Division bus. I take the L, blue line. The L, sometimes I'll wait for 2-3 trains to go by, 1 or 2 trains to go by, because they're so packed, especially at 8:30 in the morning. You cannot get, if you try to get in, they won't be able to shut the doors. I'm wearing a backpack, I feel like I'm being squished. And, it's just kind of, you get some anxiety trying to get off the bus, or off the L, when there's that many people, trying to get people to move, and some don't know, that everyone has to get off the bus or off the train in order to let one person off, and everybody has to get back on.
My name is Alex Machopoulos. I'm an interactive art director for a top ad agency. I live in Jefferson Park, and today I'm taking the Blue Line.
We are just getting down to the Blue Line stop.
It's probably one of the more popular stations for the Blue Line. Usually a ton of people in the morning will get off here, and other times you'll hear it'll get packed. Here we go.
I take the 70, the division bus.
So here we are, Blue Line heading home. My last stop, the stop I get off at is at Jefferson Park. It's actually a large sort of transportation hub in the north side. It not only gets the Blue Line, it gets Metro, and I'd say about 12 to 15 different bus lines come right through there, including Pace. It gets congested every morning, every night. A lot of people will get off and they're racing upstairs to get on the bus. You see it to some degree. Nice cafe up here. Well, it depends on the day. Some days everyone's cutting out of work early and the platforms will be packed. Other days, like today, I'm sure everyone's got stuff to do. And I see the street come by, it was so packed, I just didn't feel like being squashed in there. Well, a couple of times I'll actually jump a train the other way and get off at Jackson. So I get a first dib on a seat as opposed to having to go through downtown and have everybody jammed in there. Just got into Montrose, one more stop till I get off. I was mentioning that I'm thinking also with the gas prices going up in Chicago, while this train doesn't look very crowded now, I think right now we're paying $3.20 to $3.40 a gallon, and when it gets up to $4 or $5 a gallon, it's going to watch a lot of people getting off the expressway and getting back on the trains and the buses. So I'm sure things will get crowded again. Half an hour.
Is this fast or pretty average?
This is fast. We had everything work for us. We had the train show up right on the nose. There hasn't been any delays, any problems. There never really is. Getting from Clark and Lake to Jefferson Park never takes very long. Just sometimes you're waiting for that. You get lucky and the train shows up quickly. Other times you gotta wait.
How often do you take the CTA, trains or buses?
Every day, twice a day. Only at night when I get off late at work at 9 o'clock. It's kind of sucky. I have to wait about a half hour, but usually when I'm trying to get to work at about 12, it's okay. I work right in the Gold Coast. I'm close to Clark and Division, and I'll be waiting for my bus for at least 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll see about 4 or 5 22 the Clark buses go by. So it's kind of frustrating when you see that because you're like, I just want to be on the bus already. And I'm always bus tracking. Bus Tracker, CTABusTracker.com. Good stuff.
I'll say it now. I never fault the CTA.
Alright, good morning folks. I am in the car with someone that I met who had an interesting experience with some buses. Can you please tell us your name?
Erin Harris.
And your age? Where do you live?
In Grand and Western.
Okay, so we're over by her house right now. We're actually going to go on a quick drive, and Erin's going to kind of rehash for us the experience she had going down Grand Avenue.
On my way to work. Turned east on Grand, and probably right about this light I saw about 3 or 4 CTA buses pull over for the bus stop here at Oakley. And then as I continued down Grand, I probably passed another, oh look, see, there's 2 more buses right after each other. And after we already passed one prior to that. Probably at this next bus stop, I probably passed another 2. It seemed like at each bus stop there's at least 2 to 4 buses following each other.
Did that cause a problem for you and your driving?
It was a little bit slower because each bus is about 2 cars. Had this been a one-way street, yeah, it would have been a one-laned.
I mean, I'll say it now. I don't fault the CTA what's going on. I fault their management because they're overpaid and they're a lot of wasteful. But I'll never fault these workers because they're doing a hard job at a difficult time, and they're trying to update a system that's over 100 years old.
I grew up in this city. Like I said, my parents haven't owned a car for probably since I was born. Maybe even 5 years before that. I would think of anything, the red line's been getting a little bit better, especially not about stopping halfway through, saying they're on that single track. They seem to have been doing a lot of work with reopening up and rehashing all those stations and stuff like that. And it's been a lot more consistent than it was, especially 3 years ago when they were really in the heart of all those construction things. I'm really blessed to live in Chicago and be able to take the CTA in the past 20 years. I don't know where else I could have never driven a car in my entire life and gotten around as easily as I have.